From tomorrow, local authorities will have new powers in their areas. They will be able to close specific premises, shut public outdoor spaces, and cancel events. These powers will enable local authorities to act more quickly in response to outbreaks where speed is paramount. Action by local councils will not always be sufficient, so next week we will publish draft regulations which clearly set out how central government can intervene more effectively at a local level. Where justified by the evidence, ministers will be able to close whole sectors or types of premises in an area, introduce local stay-at-home orders, prevent people entering or leaving defined areas, reduce the maximum size of gatherings beyond national rules, or restrict transport systems serving local areas. As we approach winter, we will need to go further, not least as many more people will show COVID-like symptoms as a result of seasonal illnesses and therefore require a test. So we will further increase testing capacity to at least 500,000 antigen tests a day, that's 3.5 million antigen tests a week, by the end of October. Demand for testing is not the only challenge that winter will bring. It's possible that the virus will be more virulent in the winter months, and it's certain that the NHS will face the usual annual winter pressures. We've taken a number of steps, therefore, to get the NHS ready for winter. We will be rolling out the biggest ever flu vaccination programme in the history of the UK. We will also, of course, give the NHS the resources it needs. And today I can confirm that we're providing an additional £3 billion of funding to the NHS in England to get ready for winter. Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland will also receive additional funds. What we're saying is that we hope that by November, at the earliest, if we can continue to make progress in our struggle against the virus, then it may conceivably be possible to move away from the social distancing measures, from the 1 metre rule and other things by that time. What we're saying is from the 1st of August, if they can talk to their employees, if everybody can discuss it in a serious and grown-up way, if we can be confident that the places of work are COVID secure, which I'm sure we can, then employers working with their employees should be encouraging people to get back to work where that is right for that employee. That's what we're saying. And they should use public transport if they need to, though, of course, where possible, alternative means should also be used.
At this stage, the science isn't clear enough yet to tell us whether or not the presence of antibodies and the level of antibodies in your blood gives you immunity. And so at this stage, the actual only information that you get from an antibody test is that you have or haven't got antibodies. And wants to believe that we will find that sort of silver bullet in the science that means that we know that we're going to be safe, particularly for people who've suffered and been very ill. But at this stage, we don't know that yet, and so there are no plans immediately to extend that antibody testing unless or until the science gives us that answer we're searching.